Hi there, it's a busy night, October 14th. It's a Thursday, 2021. Let's talk about the stock market. Let's talk about the stocks we follow. It's a stock market update and also just a discussion about the greater economy in the world. The stock market figures into a lot of major issues that we should all think about, macro issues. And so it's kind of a great way to diagnose things that are happening and then invest in them, make wise decisions, and potentially make a lot of money. I said buy Moderna yesterday, and Moderna had a pretty good day again today, which is really, really predictable because of this steep drop that they had recently. And now better news coming out for them. They got the boosters approved by the FDA panel today. There will be child vaccines coming. There will be other, I think, variant vaccines and other variants and other vaccines for other viruses and different ailments for the human body. So much going on here. That's why I just continue to love them. And they're still number one on here. This company sheet that we use to analyze which companies in order, I would say, to buy long call options on. Moderna is still number one heavily, because I think they're going to go up to $750 a share by the end of the year. I really think they're going to keep going and going and going as everybody realizes it. It's good for everybody. So they're up today. BioNTech up today, not as much. Also, the German side of this, German engineering, they partnered with Pfizer, and they're the German arm of that vaccine regiment from Pfizer. So that's why I say that they're also going to appreciate greatly, and why they're number two on this list, because this is the fastest growing area of need in the world. I mean, the vaccine situation, if you think about how things changed after the pandemic, or as we are in the midst still of the pandemic, one of them is, how do we stop the pandemic from killing people? How do we make sure that not everyone gets really sick? And it was always going to be vaccines as the answer. Now we've brought vaccines to market in such a rapid way and a new technological way with the mRNA technology that it's just changing everything. And that's where you want to have your money, because if we all die, then why invest in anything, right? Invest in life-saving technology. It's so obvious when you think about it that way. So those two are always at the top here this summer and into the fall. Now, Netflix, I was going to make a joke about Netflix because I was thinking about them as I saw them kind of flirting around up almost 1% or something today, back and forth, and I was thinking about them, and I thought, well, I pay for a Netflix subscription myself. I do not watch Netflix. I haven't turned on Netflix to watch anything on there since I bought it. I mean, maybe at the very first week I might have done something. Other than that, we're talking months and months and months ago. This is at least 3 or 4 months ago already. I don't do it. Don't care. Other people use it. I know I'm like breaking the Netflix law or whatever that is, right? Like the Netflix Nazis can come and try to lock me up because I do give my account to other people to use. And the reason why I do that is people keep asking me for Netflix, so they ended up convincing me to buy it, and then they started using it, and that's their problem. But the other reason why I don't mind giving it out is I go, Netflix knows what they're doing, okay? Netflix has the ability to block multiple logins under the same account and different IP addresses in different locations. They could absolutely do that. They choose not to right now. They choose to just allow that to happen because you know why? Freaking times are good. You know, that things are good. Like the river's flowing at Netflix, and they're doing it right. They're making profits. So like, why piss everybody off and stop the multi-accounting? We know you're sharing. As a matter of fact, I think Netflix should have the right to include all those multi-accounts in their subscriber numbers, even though it's only one person who's paying for the subscription, like 4 people are using it. Because technically, what you're experiencing is you're seeing that is the reality, is that Netflix allows themselves to get abused in this manner with multiple logins. I know people who give Netflix subscriptions to people overseas and have them watch through an IP address so that they can pretend like they're in the U.S. with that person's account. I know people that do this. I don't want to rat people out. I'm not about busting people for multi-accounting on Netflix. But clearly Netflix doesn't really mind. And I guess that's them not being a greedy company and just allowing that to happen and allowing everyone to share the Netflix experience and let them get out to as many people as possible. And in that sense, it's been working. So when I see a company that kind of like, it's like Netflix is like a public bathroom at Walmart. Everybody gets to use it. It's going to be clean. It's going to have resources. Netflix is going to have content, and it's going to be good. And so if you get a hold of Netflix, you're probably going to be happy. It's going to satisfy you. Anyway, so to see them up again, it just makes me, laugh a little bit and be like, they got staying power. Like, they are a really, really good pick. Canadian Solar is not the best pick in the world. They're a smaller company, but I like what they're doing and I like their financials. And so even though this is a weirder type play and really doesn't belong in the top 10 of all companies, because they are not in the top 10 of all companies in the world that I would say invest in, but they are for a period of time, seeing this chart and seeing what they do in their financials, they're a really interesting play and I like them. So they're staying where they are right there. Amazon just isn't going away. Alphabet has a huge day up $70, up almost, a little over 2.5%. Tesla continuing the run. Let me look at that. That is, and I've mentioned before with Tesla's almost nothing but like astonishing news about technology and where we're going in the future, almost on a weekly basis. And that's why I love investing in them and watching them and supporting them. And, you are a loser if you don't drive an electric car soon. I feel like a loser because I don't have a Tesla. I have friends that have Teslas and I don't have Teslas. I'm a loser. I'm going to get one. I'm going to get the Cybertruck when it comes out. But as for right now, it's time. Everyone's kind of realizing it. Like, hey, gas sucks. And electricity and awesome cars that drive themselves, even though that's not exactly what they do yet, but they're on the way to that, is it's just bringing us into the future, and it's great stuff. Chipotle, another decent day to come back, because why wouldn't they go up? Domino's, what I thought was interesting as I was looking at this list today, and one of the reasons why I wanted to do a video, was I was looking at the percent traded number, which is a really colorful, nice way to see, well, which companies had the most percentage of their shares traded back and forth today, like what activity. So let's sort by that for a second. And we see Domino's is up here. And I was like, Domino's? I was like, well, really? 4% of their company traded today? Even though they end up basically flat on the day. They don't go up or down at the end of the day, I guess, all that much, but so much trade. I was like, why? I haven't checked news, but that's a question for tomorrow. That's weird, because Moderna I totally expect. Moderna is a heavily traded company every day, and the overwhelming sentiment about how much vaccines are becoming a part of society and how we're dealing with that and paying for it is a discussion that we're having in ongoing ways. And as more evidence comes in about the efficacy and the need for vaccines, the more you see swings in a lot of trading and a lot of things happening. So that's to be expected. But why Domino's? Oh, weird. I don't know. I'd like to find out. Everything else here, Canadian Solar, smaller company, that makes sense. Tesla, hot, right? I have their strike price at up at $850, and I said I'll probably raise it to $900 by Thanksgiving. Watch out. Watch out. It's good news, and why shouldn't it be, right? So anyway, that's pretty much an update for the day. If you do one thing tomorrow, it is you buy more Moderna. I mean, they're gonna keep going up, and that's where you want to have your money. Will they go up tomorrow? Probably. I mean, they're working off good news about the FDA approval. They're down for the last couple weeks overall because of this ridiculousness. For no reason, just people taking profits. And they're riding a lot of potential good news about kids' vaccines and other stuff. I still see it. This is the thing about options, right? If they're also up after hours too, I think right now to like 334 or something. But the point is so when you go up $10 a day, right? If you go up $10, that's $1,000 in intrinsic option value when you own a long call option. So if you had a long call option of Moderna at $320 a share, and that would have been a pretty expensive option depending on what its expiration date is. But say you owned that, then today you made over $1,000 on that one option in intrinsic option value alone. Meaning without any premium or any additional built-in valuation to that option, just the rise in share price today results in intrinsic value of over $1,000. When you think about that kind of money and how you can get to own options in companies that are clearly going to do things like that, it shows you just an idea of the kind of money that you can make daily just making these decisions as you analyze stuff. So it's kind of fascinating to think about it. People wonder where all this money has gone that the Fed has been pumping into the economy, buying bonds and such. And the answer is a lot of it's stuck in the markets because it's just so much money that there's nowhere else it can really go. And that's why you see these companies that continue. Look at our list of companies. How many of them are up today? 1, 2, 3. 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, 6-1, 7-1, 8-1, 9-1, 10-1, 11-1, 12-1, 13-1, 14-1, 51, 15-2. We lose at LSI Industries has a bad day. Followed up by Proto Labs, good day. Just really crushing it. 90% of the stocks in our top list are all going up today. So good for them. Moderna probably does it again tomorrow. Why wouldn't they? There's too much pressure to keep them up, I think. All right. Good luck, everyone. May all of your trades be winning.